Let's talk about Ethereum Classic, up 75% in 8 days. But will ETH miners migrate after the ETC fifthening? Fifthening? Now, a couple other YouTubers have already covered the fifthening, which is happening in June. But right now, nothing's changed to the block reward. You can still get the same block reward. And at the current increase in price of 75% in the past week, you are seeing basically almost identical profitability between Ethereum Classic and Ethereum, especially dependent on the pool you're choosing, which is something to take into account here. Let's get into the details as according to Cointelegraph, though. Will miners migrate? Ethereum Classic price appears to be getting a boost from its scheduled fifthening next month. Ethereum Classic, ETC, price climbed on March 22nd, ignoring a deadly death cross on a weekly chart as traders raised their bets on its potential to become a haven for miners fleeing the rival Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum Classic's price jumped over 15.5% to reach $44 a token, and I believe it's even higher than that now, like 46 or something, maybe 48, for the first time since December 9th, 2021. The coin's intraday gains. Oh man. All right. We got to Google that one. I don't even know what this means. So that's what happens when it's from the perspective of a miner and not a trader. I want the definition, bro. Here we go on Robinhood. Should we trust them? It means within the day. Okay. So basically, within the day came as part of a broader rebound move that saw its price rallying more than 75% 8 days after bottoming out near a $25. Most of Ethereum Classic's course to this upside saw it tracking general crypto market trends. For instance, the Ethereum Classic token showed an extremely high correlation with Bitcoin, the leading cryptocurrency by market cap, reaching 0.98 on multiple occasions. A correlation coefficient reading of 1 between two assets showed that they move completely in lockstep. This is Ethereum Classic and USD versus BTC or Bitcoin USD correlation coefficient. And if you are listening on Spotify, it is what's showing on the screen right now. There is the video portion available though too. But Ethereum Classic 75% plus gain in the last 8 days largely outperformed Bitcoin's 15.5% returns in the same period. That may have to do with the speculations about Ethereum Classic's ability to attract miners from its rival Ethereum, a viable alternative to Ethereum miners. Ethereum Classic, however, failed to attract as many users, leaving the network in the hands of a few miners. This resulted in a double spend attack worth $1 million on Coinbase in January of 2019. We discussed this. Other instances of 51% attacks on the network have also been happening. Now, what we do have to talk about there is the access to security that is the problem with Ethereum Classic during these, or in regard to these hacks, because what we have is a huge amount of hash rate on the same algorithm, or pretty much this similar, very similar algorithm with some minor adjustments to allow 4 gigabyte cards and that sort of thing, but very similar to Ethereum. And because Ethereum is so large, if somebody just wants to, like a single farm kind of wants to mess with, Ethereum Classic, they can just move some hash rate over temporarily, perform one of these attacks and move back, and then created that double spend attack, for example. A lot of people assume that there are people that are huge onto Ethereum, that are mining, that were wanting to intentionally mess with Ethereum Classic. That's kind of one of those tinfoil hat things. Suffice to say, though, when Ethereum goes through the merge, what you're going to see is a huge shift of security onto Ethereum Classic initially, meaning basically more people will be mining it, so the security will be buffed up, and basically this won't even be possible anymore if that all goes according to plan. Now, when that happens, we don't really know. The timing here is also going to be very interesting too, which we'll talk about as we get further into this. But in December of 2020, Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson announced that his firm, IOHK, initiated the Mantis project to upgrade Ethereum Classic and support its community. Last year, the cooperative noted that Ethereum's move to proof of stake and sharding may disrupt many in the community who prefer proof of work and a strong base layer approach to blockchain security, adding this is where Ethereum Classic becomes a viable alternative for Ethereum projects to migrate to. As ETC rallies in March, the hash rate has not yet risen to a new all-time highs, suggesting that miners aren't jumping over just yet. Nevertheless, social media has started to take up the miner exodus mantra as shown in the tweets below. Wise Crypto, Ethereum Classic is trading higher by 11.73% in the last 24 hours. ETC is rising because it's tech. Indicators turned bullish on 318. Also, ETH will go proof of stake in a few months. Hence, Ethereum Classic stands to benefit from increased hash rate security as miners look for alternatives. Ethereum Classic is becoming extremely profitable to mine. The miners recognize this and they are porting over to Ethereum Classic en masse. No miners are not switching over yet, so calm down, but when they do, the real fireworks start on Ethereum Classic. And we'll be taking a look at all this too today, but the ETC block reward reduction is also coming. So Ethereum Classic's price also surged in the run-up to the third block reward reduction, or fifthening, expected to arrive on April 15th, 2022 at block 15 million. In detail, the Ethereum Classic's block reward get cut periodically by 20% every 5 million blocks, roughly every 2.5 years. Following the improvement proposal, ECP 1017 launched in 2017. The last of such events occurred on March 16, 2022, which followed up with Ethereum Classic rising by more than 350% to date. Technically, Ethereum Classic appears oversold due to its daily relative strength index rising above 70, a sell signal. The Ethereum Classic USD pair now tests $44 at its interim resistance, a level with a history of acting as a strong support between July 2021 and December of 2021. As a result, Ethereum Classic may correct towards its 200-day exponential move average near the $37 mark next. Conversely, a decisive move above 44 could have it eye $50. So to give you guys an idea, I believe we already had that happen. Let's just go confirm. Yeah, we're at 47. So the assumption would be that we're already going to go to 50 now at this point on Ethereum Classic. At least that's what the traders think. But what do we think, right? So obviously, like if we look at the Ethereum Classic price and we go ahead and hit like the last week, we're up 73% on Ethereum Classic price. If you guys are curious about the fifthening, what it means is you have a 20% block reward reduction that should be happening in June, which curiously enough will line up with the potential move to proof of stake from Ethereum as well, of course, provided it doesn't get delayed. Now, proponents within the industry that I think are in the know, like Bits Be Trippin', are saying more of a December timeline for the merge on Ethereum. But either way, it would be kind of funny to see the timing of the reduction in reward from Ethereum Classic coincide with the merge. Either way, it really doesn't matter as far as if we're talking about both adoption and kind of the sign of things to come here for Ethereum Classic. No other coin is making these kind of moves right now. No other token. The only one that was outperforming Ethereum Classic here for a while, to my understanding, was ApeCoin. So if we go to CoinMarketCap, we can head on over there and take a look though today and make sure that we're still on that that same idea. Hold on. It looks like for the past 24 hours, Cardano and Bitcoin Gold are up ahead of it. And then, of course, there's the ApeCoin, like we just talked about And then for the 7-day, it's only second to ApeCoin, which isn't even a coin, that's a token. And it's up over everything else in the market, and by quite a bit, like 20%. And this is an inflated increase over the 7-day because you have to take into account that huge dump that really messed with ApeCoin. So this is a launch time thing. This kind of gain you wouldn't get unless you're one of the airdrop recipients, like we talked about before. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We're talking about an 80% increase in the past 7 days on Ethereum Classic. And a lot of it does have to do a little bit with the block reward reduction, because I'm not going to keep trying to say the fifth inning. And of course, the potential for miners to start moving over. So you say, hey, Blind Run, we said, like, of course, like, there's not that much going on. What, like, there's not the DeFi there yet. There's not the NFTs there yet. They need more development on the project. Wrong. They are working on it. Tons of different applications are popping up. Tons of different dapps. Tons of different things that you can do now. There is DeFi on the platform. We're going to be covering it for you guys. There's already multiple NFT projects, including Classic Apes, which is basically the Bored Ape Yacht Club hopping into Ethereum Classic. That's huge. We have the Classic Punks as well popping up. So NFTs are starting to pop up all over Ethereum Classic. Bridges are happening. You can import it directly into your MetaMask as far as a network, so it works just the same as everything else, which, to be honest, is probably the biggest advantage it has over competitors, even such as Ergo, because we've talked about Ergo and its ability to already have DeFi and that sort of thing, but you got to get that ROI wallet, right? Well, what if you're just somebody that wants to participate within crypto and you're used to MetaMask and you want to keep utilizing that? Well, Ethereum Classic's right there and ready to go. The ease of transfer from Ethereum to Ethereum Classic is way beyond any other project that's currently available, unless we're talking about maybe proof of stake options. I'm talking specifically proof of work options from the miner's perspective here. So there's tons of opportunity within Ethereum Classic right now, especially as a developer too. What do we not have on Ethereum Classic would be like an OpenSea, right? Something like an NFT marketplace. While you can go purchase all these NFTs, most of them are directly through the individual websites. So keep that in mind. There's opportunity out there right now. You can even go start minting Classic Apes, which I was talking about yesterday. The mint is over for the apes themselves, but you do have the comics that are mintable right now for 1 ETH, I believe. I'll have to find it later, but we'll talk about it in a different one. So lots of stuff going on with Ethereum Classic, and I think as a miner, this is the best news that could be happening right now, right? Because the price discovery needs to start taking place so that miners can prepare. The industry can compare for potential moves to Ethereum Classic, and everybody can be on board. Things that need to get fixed is like Crypto.com's 40,000 confirmation to actually be able to deposit to them. Coinbase is faster though. There's some things like that that need to get put into place. Remember, other things that separate Ethereum Classic from Ethereum is instead of doing supply burns, they just have a supply cap. So it's a lot more fundamental from that perspective. And then yet, if you're looking at doing anything on Ethereum Classic, it pretty much mimics what Ethereum does. So it's just a more fundamentally sound Ethereum, provided the security is provided to the network, which will be our job as miners, especially post-merge. I'll look forward to checking out questions and answers surrounding this topic at the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.